Hey guys, welcome to your fourth stimulus package update and fourth stimulus check update for Wednesday, August 11th. The Senate finally passed the physical infrastructure bill, and now they're talking about the $3.5 trillion social infrastructure package. This is going to be an important video for you to watch to get to know the details of what just happened and what is going on. I promise I'll make it as short as possible and to the point like I always do. All I ask in return is for you to please hit the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Alright, so let's start with what passed in the Senate. Yesterday, the Senate passed the $1.2 trillion physical infrastructure package. This time was the final vote, which means it's ready to go to the House, then the president's desk to become law. But it's not going to be an easy task, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So this bill passed in the Senate with 69 yes and 30 no's, which means that 19 Republican senators support this $1.2 trillion bill. This is a good thing. A true bipartisan deal was made in the Senate. This bill will need $550 billion in new money, and some of the things in it are $110 billion for roads and bridges, $39 billion for public transit, $66 billion for rail, $55 billion for water and wastewater infrastructure, and it will also have money for airports, ports, broadband, and electric vehicle charging. All things that we need here in New York. Our roads and bridges and tunnels and public transit system feels like it came from a third world country. It really needs an overhaul. Now, the reason this bill got bipartisan support is that it was paid for. Technically, they didn't want to add any money to the deficit, but the Congressional Budget Office said it will only add about $250 billion or so in deficit over 10 years. So the senators felt that they can live with that. Otherwise, it's being paid for by repurposing about $205 billion from untapped relief money from before, some unused unemployment money paid back by the states, and also relying on economic growth, among other things. Senators Portman and Sinema and others from the bipartisan group said in a joint statement that Congress has talked about truly modernizing our nation's infrastructure for as long as we can remember. The United States Senate delivered so that we can finally give the American people the safe, reliable, and modern infrastructure they deserve. Now, former President Donald Trump wasn't very happy with this bill passing. He said, "Nobody will ever understand why Mitch McConnell allowed this non-infrastructure bill to be passed. He has given up all of his leverage for the big whopper of bill that will follow. He is working so hard to give Biden a victory. Now they'll go for the big one, including the biggest tax increases in the history of our country." And Mitch McConnell had this to say: "I was proud to support today's historic bipartisan infrastructure deal and prove that both sides of the political aisle can still come together around common sense solutions. By promoting sensible, collaborative legislation, we have shown that the Senate still works as an institution." But here is the thing, and this is obviously, not taking any sides or anything like that. The Senate worked as an institution in a collaborative way on this bill, but as soon as next week, it will go back to being divided, and Mitch McConnell and the Republicans will be sidelined when the Democrats vote on the $3.5 trillion bill. And that has been the plan all along, so nobody should be surprised here. Now, Chuck Schumer and the Senate will get ready to pass the social infrastructure package, and to do that, they have to go through two steps. First, they need to clear a budget resolution that includes broad instructions and top-line numbers. And the Senate is getting ready to vote on that this Tuesday to take up that budget resolution, which Democrats can do all on their own, as long as all 50 Democrat senators stay on the same page. But before they can approve the budget, they'll need to go through a marathon session known as a vote-a-rama, where any senator can force a vote on anything they want. After they clear the budget resolution, they will then spend at least a month writing up the spending package itself, which will include top priorities like expanding Medicare, immigration reform, fighting climate change, and universal pre-K. That's what we know is going to be included in this package so far. Which brings me back to my point earlier where I said that the physical infrastructure package is not going to pass as easy as going from the Senate to the House, then to the President, and be done. No. The House is expected to wait until after the Senate passes the spending package, the $3.5 trillion budget resolution, this fall to then vote on the bipartisan bill. Moderate Democrats are trying to pressure Nancy Pelosi to move faster, but she said last week, Whatever you can achieve in a bipartisan way, bravo. We salute it. We applaud it. We hope that it will pass soon. But at the same time, we're not going forward with leaving people behind. All of these things are urgent and we're going to get them done together. So her strategy is she doesn't want to pass the bipartisan bill now because she feels that if she does that, moderate Democrats are not going to vote for the $3.5 trillion deal. She wants to pressure them by saying, look, if you want me to pass this beautiful bipartisan physical infrastructure package, you gotta give me the soft infrastructure package at the same time. Now, a big theme of this $3.5 trillion package is taxes. Democrats are saying they want to increase taxes on the wealthy and big corporations and help reduce taxes on the middle class. They said many times that they will not increase taxes on families making less than $400,000, but as history showed us many times before, whenever the wealthy and big corporations get taxed higher, the middle class and low income families end up paying for the increase. These companies and the rich always benefit from tax loopholes and we end up paying the price. And if the promise is just not to increase taxes, that's not enough. They have to promise not to reduce deductions that we're allowed to take, because if they reduce deductions, it will ultimately mean that we have to pay more in taxes. So I hope we don't get stuck in the technicalities there and we don't get tricked. We need to see the details of what's going in this huge package as soon as possible. Now, in terms of a fourth stimulus check, there's no talk specifically about a stimulus check, but extra money can come your way in this package in many different forms. Expanding and extending the child income tax credit, that's extra monthly money going into your pocket. Adult dependent tax income credits, and many other forms. It doesn't have to specifically say stimulus checks. But I think that should be included too, at least to a certain category of individuals. Maybe not everyone making $100,000 or $200,000 like before. Maybe this time it can be really targeted. Make it for people making under $60,000 or $50,000 or whatever. I'm not, picking numbers here. Maybe target people who are still out of work. Target specifically those who are on Social Security, SSI, and SSDI, who have been on a fixed income but are suffering due to this insane inflation we're going through right now. There are definitely a lot of people who still need direct help with direct cash payments. I hope that will be something we will see in the next stimulus package. That's all I have for you in today's video, guys. Please let me know your thoughts and questions in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate every single one of you. Please hit the like button on the video, share this video with your friends and family, and subscribe if you haven't already, and click the notifications bell to be notified whenever I publish new videos and new content for you. Also, get your free stock from Robinhood just by opening an account using the link in the description below. You don't need to deposit anything or do anything to get the free stock. And make sure to check the link for the Yara savings account. It's a savings account that is FDIC insured, but gives you interest with a lottery system. If you use the link below, you'll get 100 tickets when you deposit as little as $25 for a chance to win up to $10 million. Then you'll get a weekly ticket for every $25 you deposit. Finally, don't forget to get your free stocks from Webull when you deposit only $100, which is just like cash. You can take it out anytime you feel like it. All the links are in the description below. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.